Okay, so Jess, thanks for letting me train you in cultural diversity and the value of it in the classroom.
No worries. It's interesting.
Yeah, did you find it interesting?
Yeah,
because
I actually did.
I tried to make the activities really varied. I wasn't really sure which ones would work better or not. And I know that for some of them I had probably too many activities.
Yeah, it's always good to have more than less though.
Yeah, and I kind of did want to I did want to see which activities worked better than others. But, okay. So I'm just going to pause it because I can't find. Okay, so the unit that I based this on was the CSCORG 006, which is work effectively with culturally diverse offenders and colleagues.
Yep.
And I got it off the, I think the corrective services Cert 3 or something like that.
Yep.
So the first session we did was getting an idea of how our reactions can actually impact positively or negatively. That was kind of like, you know, if I was going to do it in a real classroom, I thought that would be a good intro to how our own responses
Can affect,
affect a situation. Because in that video, we saw that's what happened with like the guy that had epilepsy. And then the second session, impact of cultural practices. That's where we had all of those activities, which went over the 45 minutes. So we had the Who Am I, which was, which for you, like for us, doesn't really give us any information. But
but for people, I think it does for others though, like especially the inmates.
Yeah, who've never really thought about who they are and their identity.
Like in this situation where they'd have a different identity to what they would on the outside.
In real life, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
What did you think of the Wordle activity?
I think they're really cool.
Yeah.
They're fun.
I wish I'd screenshot the one, print, but we couldn't print it, so that's why I had to find another one to do.
It didn't work. It wouldn't create it.
Yeah, I liked how it provided like a visual representation of our ideas.
Yeah.
And then judging a book by its cover and stereotypes, like that kind of thing is all just kind of, we're already aware of those things. So I don't know that particular session was that, if there was anything new in that for you.
Yeah.
Other than that Wordle activity was cool.
The Wordle activity was fun because it's kind of, especially in our situation with low literacy, like just having individual words to be able to identify them.
I think though in our context we wouldn't be able to use it, like we'd have to get them to give us a whole heap of their words and we'd have to produce it for them.
Unless they created it manually, like with different paper, like not the technology.
Yeah, which is
Could do.
Creative arts type approach. Creative. What did you think of the backpack idea? Do you think, because you had some feedback about that?
Oh, the mystery bag one.
Yeah.
Yep.
You said tough to rely on learners' own knowledge. Oh, because we were talking about the different items that we pulled out. So there were like, I think there was a book, a picture of like a dinner item.
Yep.
And a photo of extended family, and like a copy of a video.
Yeah.
Like Big Fat Greek Wedding, something like that. But and then we talked about religion.
Yep.
And that might not be as readily identifiable as say maybe even 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, I think it's definitely changed a lot, so I don't think you could really rely on them understanding that, and with their prior knowledge of like how religion was a big part of life 30 years ago compared to now.
True.
Some people would, but other families and stuff, I don't think it's not identifiable anymore.
Yeah. And I think you'd have to watch.
It's a very fine line, like
Yeah. And depending on who's in your class too, like if you've got like a whole group of Muslims or Aboriginal people, or might not be a good one.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I don't think it's you could definitely use it. I think you just have to, like you said, you'd have to be careful of like the context and the class you've got.
And what was I going to say? And what about that Ando video? I thought that was so funny, and I cried in it. But I think it's a really great example of like a refugee in Australia.
I think he's in general, yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I thought also as a springboard off that to get those books that you talked
Yes,
about,
yeah.
like because he's a children's author, is that right?
Yeah, I
or
think
young
he's
adult?
Young, I think early, yeah, teenage more than anything. But they're really good books. Like I enjoyed them as an adult.
What was I going to say? And so respecting difference, because we really emphasise that in the ILC.
Yep.
So I think that particular
It was definitely
activity was probably the best one
out of
in
that,
it,
yeah.
rather than the backpack.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we've got experiencing a culture and responding to past experiences. Obviously you did really well with that, but I think with the inmate context it might be a bit tricky for them to articulate
Yeah.
what their attitudes are, other than going, oh yeah, it sucks, or like it's just a bit,
Yeah.
they're a bit limited
higher.
in their
Yeah.
responses.
Higher order.
What did you think of those songs though? I Am Australian, like, because I wasn't really sure whether to limit it to the Australian context generally or
Yeah,
what.
see, like in my class context, I don't know that would work
Yeah,
very well.
yeah.
But overall, I don't see a problem with it. Again, it would just depend on your audience, who they are.
Yeah, true. Okay, so there was the I Am Australian, but most people know that.
Yeah, like
But I wonder if they'd actually think
understand
about
the
it.
words,
Yeah.
and actually think about what it
Yeah.
means.
And then we've got legislation, because I think sometimes people aren't aware that there's actual legislation that prevents people from,
Oh,
being
absolutely.
racist
Yep.
or gender discriminatory. That's a bit clumsy, but you know what I'm saying.
No, most of them wouldn't.
Yeah. And then explaining how human rights work and kind of the timeline of that.
Yep.
I think that's a good general thing to do.
Absolutely.
Especially recognising that cultural diversity that is Australia, and particularly with the high Indigenous population
Yeah. Yep.
in that are incarcerated. Yeah. So what did you think overall about that? Did you think I maybe rushed it, or do you think we covered enough generally for it to be?
I think there's definitely enough content there. Like you could easily, like you said, some things there you went over and you didn't need all those activities.
Yeah,
So I think it's better to have them there, and you can either utilise them or not utilise them, depending on how you're going. Like that bag thing might work with some people, but then some people might relate better to the Ando.
DVD.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, and I think too, probably because they are low LLN, fewer
More visual
activities,
and
yeah,
practical kind of hands-on.
yeah. Do you think was I clear enough when I was delivering the training?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because I wasn't really sure about this, and I did so much research to try and get a variety of activities and like the depth of it as well. I think that you're right. Probably more hands-on, like the Wordle type thing.
Yeah,
and
just
maybe getting them to do
visual and-
group stuff.
Yeah, or pairs, absolutely.
Pairs,
Yep.
yeah, pairs is probably less intimidating.
Yep.
Okay, well that's really good. So I've got a few tips for how it could work better for next time.
Absolutely.
Do you think I will be a good trainer?
I think you'll be a perfect trainer.
Hey, thanks, Jess.
No worries.
Sandy, I hope you enjoyed our feedback and that you will eventually like the video.
Hi, Sandy.